Welcome, streamers. Oh, we were having a grand old time during the pre-show countdown timer. So first and foremost, I just have to call out a couple of comments because they were hilarious. During the countdown timer, we do music from Epidemic Sound, right? And we all dance. Well, I dance, and I expect that you're dancing at home. Except some people say they just watch, but you should be getting your groove on. But no, I don't dance 10 minutes after. I don't have enough energy after that. Come on. And if we could find a jam that's exactly 10 minutes, I don't know. Where in the world, in the pop culture world, could we find a 10-minute song? Oh, I know. Taylor Swift. I can't play that on stream though, can I? All right, so let's talk about what is, yes, Addie is very, very good people. And Addie is speaking at our virtual summit, as is Renee, as is so many other people. I'm just gonna tell you about it right this second before we get into it because, hey, it came up. So we have livestreambros.com/summit. This is called Expand Your Reach, turn your reach into revenue. It's all about audience growth. It's all about making more money, being more efficient, and coming up with an action plan for your 2020 video content, whatever platform that is on. So you definitely want to get the early bird special before that expires soon. And you're going to see all of the amazing sessions and all of the amazing speakers there, including Addie from Epos Vox. Drama of the week in the streaming world, if you didn't catch it. So most of you know there's ECAM, there's vMix, there's OBS. Those are kind of the three that we talk about around here. And then on the browser-based side of things, you know, there's StreamYard, there's RESTREAM, there's Lightstream, there's there's another one that I'm blanking on the name. It starts with an M. But there are lots of options for sending your signal and creating your production and sending that out to the public. Well, Streamlabs OBS is an option, and that comes from Streamlabs. And Paul also did a funny video on this on his channel as well. But a big thing came out this week where OBS, the creators of the OBS software that we always talk about and that a lot of people use, it's a free open broadcast software. And they said, hey, like Streamlabs OBS came to us. We asked them politely to not use our name, OBS, in their name, and they did it anyway. And then after that controversy started, and they had tried to deal with it privately, supposedly. I don't know, all of this is alleged, right? But like they tried to deal with it privately, and then that didn't get resolved, so they came out publicly with it. And then the Lightstream came out and was like, hey, you guys are also copying our website and our flow of an actual copy, like actual messaging. And so, yes, Melon was the other one. Thank you. And so it was a big deal in this streaming space this week because a lot of people were just really flabbergasted at the borrowing, the stealing, the practices from that side. And yeah, exactly. That was basically their response. We just accidentally copied your website on accident, by accident, sorry. Like that was pretty much what they did. They like used it as a template and then they didn't publish the real thing that they meant to. So anyway, so Streamlabs actually came out and said, okay, we're dropping the OBS. We are changing our website and we are no longer going to be known as Streamlabs OBS and just Streamlabs. And to be honest, that whole name confused a lot of people. And I think that I think it never should have been done in the first place. Just from a branding perspective, I wouldn't want to do something like that, right? And just because there's a lot of confusion about who it is and who owns it, right? But yeah, so that is kind of the overview of what happened. A lot of streamers came out and said, I'm never using Streamlabs again, because Streamlabs also does the, you know, the pop-ups, right? We use Stream Elements around here, but they also do the pop-ups, which a lot of streamers, a ton of streamers use. And a lot of people said, hey, like, if you don't resolve this issue, like, we're no longer using you. So it was it was quite the week. Yeah, Slobs as a name was funny. It was fun to say. It certainly was. But yeah, so we use Stream Elements. Paul, the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, prefers it anyway, just because of the design control and capabilities, and he can fill us in on the comments if he's around on more of that. But again, I would say, if you want to dive into more details, if you want to understand how to kind of navigate the Streamlabs processes, if you're using that and you're upset, again, Addy from EPOSVox has a couple of great videos on that. So go to his channel, we'll drop a link into that, and you can see him more at the live virtual summit. Okay, so I just have to take a quick, there's a lot of comments about this. There's all too common requests, can you make a website that looks exactly like, no, hard no, right? Let's see. Yeah, okay, fair enough. You just shortened it, but most people shortened it to Slobs and not Streamlabs, right? Because Streamlabs means something else versus they're, you know, like all of the things, they do different things, right? So they have different things, just kind of like Restream has different services within their brand. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put that to bed because I want to make sure I answer all of your questions. But one of the questions that came through was CK asking about this. This is a new sweater. I got it last night. I went to my first concert. Callie and I went out for my first concert out since the pandemic, and it was so awesome. So Simmel is one of my favorite musicians and artists, like, ever. His music is just like look you into the soul kind of music, and was really a big part of my 2020 and 2021 like getting through hard stuff and healing processes and stuff like that. So I would encourage you, this is like certainly not an affiliate, he's certainly not paying me to do this. I just love his music so much, and he delivered an amazing concert, one of the best I've ever been to last night. And so if you like soul, like not soul music, but like soulful music, like singer-songwriter, like all the feels, this is the artist you should go check out. So I know, I had to, I couldn't hold out any longer. Simmel is in town, I'm there. Whoa, you've never been to a live concert? Are you freaking kidding me? That's amazing. Why? Curious questions. Ow, so many questions with that. Okay. Well, the Expand Your Soul Reach Summit. You'd be at the Expand Your Soul Reach. Yes, exactly. We also have another announcement. No, but the Expand Your Reach Summit is going to be just incredibly impactful for your 2022 strategy for content on any platform that you are creating on. So whether you want to make more money, whether you want to level up your content strategy, we've got sessions on sponsorships, launch, like increasing your sales when you're launching something new with live video. We've got recorded versus live video and how you work those two things together on platforms. Copyright music discussions, very, very important, very important. Repurposing strategies, how to also do it imperfectly. This is something that holds people up a lot, which is the need for perfection. So we're going to get you over that, and also short form content on both TikTok and YouTube. So we've got you covered from a content perspective. You are going to walk away with massive amount of knowledge, but also an action plan. And that was really, really, really important. How to dance for 10 minutes without breaking a sweat. Well, today I am actually sweating a bit because this sweater is really hot. Like it's super soft. I was really impressed. Super soft. This might become my favorite, but now after the dancing, I'm like, all right, should we get to some live streaming questions? We're 11 minutes in. Okay, so live streaming questions. If you have a question, and ask your question with a Q in front of it. That way it makes its way into my queue. And then don't ask your question twice. We will get to it in the order it was received. In about half an hour, we'll go into member mode where members can continue to ask questions. So if you didn't join this channel as a member, you can for as little as $1.99. Okay, so the first question came from Hugh Demand. If I purchase the new Sony camera with the switch to activate a bokeh effect, do I really need the Sigma 60mm f1.4 lens? No and maybe. So like, excuse me, hang on. Sorry. So if you got the Sony ZV-E10, that comes with, if you get the kit lens, that comes with the feature that will blur out the background automatically without a fancy lens. So yes, you can totally do that. You're going to be able to control it more and get better quality from, you know, having a better lens. But at the end of the day, how much of a difference is it? In fact, that's actually a video that I have that I want to do on this channel, is showing that difference, just to answer that question, because it's coming up a lot. And so if you want to just start with the kit lens because that extra cost is going to be too much for you, 1000% go for it, right? You got the camera that does it, so start there. And then if you want to increase, then you know, then you can invest in that lens. Now, one thing to remember is, in order to use that feature and in order to get that blurry background, that bokeh effect, you do need some depth behind you, right? So like in my place, I have 2.5 Calis worth of space behind me, which is like 14 feet. So I have a lot of depth, and so it will work for me for sure. If you have no depth whatsoever, you're going to have an issue there. So you need some depth. Just keep that in mind in terms of that answer. Okay, next question. What are the options for supporting your camera for streaming if you can't fit a small tripod on your desk? So I wish I had my behind the scenes camera. Oh my gosh, we're working on some stuff for this studio that's going to be like really awesome. You guys are going to love the new studio as I build it out, coming up in the next few months. But a table mount or a Varipole. So a Varipole is basically a pole. I can't show it to you because I don't have a second camera hooked up today. But a Varipole is a ceiling to floor pole, and it holds your gear, and it's a tension rod. So it's strong, it's stable, and then you can mount your camera with an arm, like a Manfrotto arm to that. And you can use that, or you could use a tabletop desk mount. Now, honestly, we have all of those gear pieces in our course. So if that's something that you're needing to, look into and get exactly the right things, we have all of that in our gear kits inside of our studio course. So we've got a lot of updates coming to that this year as well. So look forward to that. But yeah, okay. So I have to say this because so Renee shared a video with me this week, and it's Abroad in Japan, that YouTube channel, Abroad in Japan. And he literally built a ramen shop in his studio. And we were like, yes, those are changes I could make. I want a ramen. I want a sushi too. I want a ramen and a sushi bar in my studio. If I could have that and people making me sushi and ramen all day long, I'd be gold. How do you deal with companies that make great products but continually act like complete trash? Boycott, avoid them, use but pressure them, ignore the company, or focus on the product. That's a tough one, right? And it's kind of really, I guess it depends on how far you're willing to take it, right? Does it affect the customer, right? So if I'm recommending something and the company behind it isn't going to give them good customer service when they need it, or just acts immorally, then I can't, with good conscience, personally speaking, recommend that company. I also can't recommend gear that I haven't used. I can't recommend gear that I don't like, right? Or that doesn't work well. So there's a morality issue when it comes to talking about companies and products online. And you have to keep that, I mean, Renee does, but like, you have to keep that morality clause within your own brain. And so I guess it depends on the relationship, honestly. Sometimes you can do good work internally and behind the scenes, and like pushing behind the scenes if you have a good relationship with them. Sometimes it does take going public. Sometimes it's better to just ignore completely. I don't think there's one right answer for every situation or for every company or product, in my opinion, but yeah, so I think you got to make those calls, but also be aware of the responsibility that we have as we are putting content out into the world and building our personal brands. You are very welcome, Hugh. If your sushi and ramen chef can double as tech help, even better. That's a great point. Let's see. I wonder if a Craigslist ad for ramen, sushi chef, and tech tech expert would bring anybody in. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, you guys are funny. Okay, so if you have questions, go ahead and put Q in front of the question. I know that we had a lot to talk about today, but Andrew says, any exciting features coming out in the live streaming world? I hate this question, Andrew, because I can know stuff, but I can't talk about it. So I can say yes. I can say I do know of some very cool, exciting stuff coming up soonish and in the new year, but I can't tell you any details about it. I hate that answer. But yes, the answer is yes, I do. Renee, I already answered that. Okay, so you guys are just like talking about ramen now. I love that. Blizzard, Activision, Blizzard devs asking people not to boycott, but their CEO seems toxic. Oh, see, I think like there was a situation last year. Was it last year, where a company in this space who I just didn't use their products because I didn't really I didn't have a good experience with them. So I never even talked about them. But this company was pretty well known in the space, and not the CEO, but somebody high up, I think, really did some immoral things, and sexualized a woman who was participating in a contest that they were running, and it was not a good situation, right? And that in that moment, I chose to speak up, right? Typically, I kind of in the past I've tried to stay out of controversies like that, but I felt compelled. I felt compelled to speak up, right? And so I did. And I think that that's a core part of this process. Like, there's the how is the audience going to react to it? How is that going to affect your relationship with the company? How is that going to affect you if you do or don't say something, right? There's just so much to it. It has to be a case-by-case basis, I think. Can you give us an estimate? How expensive is all of your gear? Let's see, I have 12 cameras. I actually, last time I did inventory, it was about 40K, but I have a lot of like, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I don't use on a regular basis, right? Because of what I do. Your studio doesn't need to be that expensive, right? And so the yeah, the important things, the things that are that you need to be in your studio, if you go to livestreamingpros.com/GLN, that will show you like the important stuff in my studio. So, and that's probably, it's a few $1,000s. You know, it's not that expensive. Just the core things that get the job done. All of the extra stuff, it's probably not 40 at this point, but it's like all of that extra stuff I use for demos or for this or for that or for special things, you know, so I have a lot of extra stuff. You do not need that much stuff. That's what I do. So it's kind of important to have that extra. So anyway, but yeah, if you go to livestreamingpros.com/GLN, you can see what's the most important in my studio. So, and I'll just break it down for you. The Sony ZV-E10, which I use, the camera and the lens, the 16mm f1.4 lens, changes coming up to that soon, probably in the new year. I have a prompter. I have a light, a Sony X60 light, and that's a dome. So it gives me a really soft light. And then I have a panel light over here, the Neewer. I have a Rode NTG4 Plus mic. I have multiple Varipoles in here that hold all of the gear. And then I have my Stream Deck and my Rodecaster Pro and my iMac and my Caldigit TS3 dock and all my capture cards and multiple cameras. So for multiple camera angles, which are not important to get started by any means, right? But if you want to add some visual spice, you want to add some visual spice to your mix, or you're doing demos of any kind, that extra camera can be really powerful. Oh, don't worry, already done. Well, not here yet, but done. I forgot to tell you guys that I ordered that. Sorry. But yeah, if you want to continue as part of the member-only chat room here in a few minutes, I'm going to wait a little bit because I got started with the Q&A a little bit late. Go ahead and hit join by the chat room so that you can continue asking questions and we can continue talking. I'm going to leave that one up to Renee. How about that? I'll leave that up to Renee. What? Let's see. Hold on. I'm going backwards. Oh! Thank you, Floyd. Oh yeah, 10K for the active gear. Yeah. So excited for the seminar. Whoop whoop. What Floyd is talking about is this. If you're not in, so this is our virtual live summit, which I kind of hate the word virtual live summit these days because I think a lot of people have a connotation of it that it's boring or that, you know, it's too much content or something like that, right? And I want you to rest assured that like nothing I do is boring, right? And we're working really hard to make it interactive, fun. There will be dance parties, duh, but also more importantly, it will be very impactful in terms of the content strategy that you are going to use in 2022. You need to make some adjustments, to make some tweaks to what you're doing that isn't working. And by the end of it, you're going to have an action plan. So I want you to go here and get that early bird special, that discount before that price goes up. And next Friday, we have a Black Friday special. So I want you to join us for that at regular time, 10 a.m. Pacific. That'll be our Black Friday special. We'll have a ton of fun. We'll walk you through discounts and specials that we have found for you, that we have discovered for you to use during the Black Friday Cyber Monday promotion. So yeah, so a lot of people do like virtual summits, but I think there's a split down the line of people who like kind of are like, another virtual summit. And then people who are like, yes, virtual summits are awesome. And I think they're amazing, right? Because you get a lot of information in a quick amount of time. And I just want you to know that if you have ever been bored by one, you're not going to be bored here. That's for freaking sure. Yes, exactly. You can stay home in your comfy clothes. No need to be around other people. Oh, come on. Oh, but we're going to get you out of your introvert status. Hello, Sash. How are you? You're loving the virtual summits. Fantastic. I love that. Gathering experts all in one place. Yes, please. And these experts, holy freaking cow, are like amazing. So you may not know everybody, right? So we have a couple of different types of people who pay attention to us. One who are in the entrepreneur space, who are building a business and creating content to grow that business. And alternatively, we've got a lot of people who who are basically YouTubers, right? And creating content and wanting to make money out of that content, right? So a couple of different, types of people. And so what we've done with this summit is actually make sure that there's a variety of the top YouTubers and also the entrepreneur world. And so depending on how you think about yourself, you're going to gain a ton of knowledge. And here's the thing, I am extremely passionate. This is kind of, I ride both worlds. I feel like if I were to identify myself, I feel like I have one foot in the YouTuber space, the content creator space, and then one foot in the entrepreneur space. I identify as both. And what I have seen is that so many people who are on YouTube creating content, or TikTok or Instagram, and that's what they do primarily, is they put that content out and they're making money from ads, or they're making money from sponsorships or things like that. They don't identify themselves as a business. They're a YouTuber, or they're a content creator, or they're a TikToker, right? And I think that's a really dangerous platform or a really dangerous identity to have without the balance of understanding the business aspect of it. If you do not put those two things together, I speak from experience here. I've been doing this for coming up on 16 years. I have been there. I've identified that way, and I didn't focus on the business aspect of it in my own brain. And I got into trouble. Okay. Like, it's so important for you to understand those business concepts so you can grow your revenue outside of relying on the freaking platforms. Don't rely on YouTube to make you money. Rely on YouTube for creating content that makes you money outside of YouTube. And then on the other side, if you guys are an entrepreneur and identify that way, you have a business that you're creating content to bring people into the business, you need to understand community better. You need to understand how to create that content that's full of personality. Those are the problems I see on both sides. And my mission is to bring everybody together so that you're really balancing out your mental state, right? Your business acumen and your creative side of things, your community connection, your personality. So that's my mission with this summit, is to bring all of those things together and really round out your strategy, however you think about yourself. Let's see, an entrepreneurial YouTube and a YouTuber entrepreneur. There you go. What's NBD? I don't know what NBD. I don't know what that means. But yes, I think that's, yeah, I'm on Facebook today. I didn't tell you guys I was streaming to Facebook today. Sorry. I meant to. Does that count? I'm super excited about it too. So, by the way, the Black Friday, we do not have a different special on the summit. If that's what you're waiting for, don't wait for Black Friday to get your early bird discount, because there is no additional discount for Black Friday. We will have other things going on as well, which I won't tell you, but we will have other things for you. But I want to make sure that you don't wait till Black Friday to get your early bird discount, because you're going to be paying attention to so much other stuff through that week. Contentpreneur. Huh. I've not heard anybody use that one. Contentpreneur. Vote now. Yes or no to Contentpreneur. Just put a yes or a no in the comments. I want to see. All right. Let's see. No big deal. Oh. See, I don't, sometimes I've been around this world. I don't know. Like sometimes I don't know the acronyms for some reason. I don't know why. Hello, Dale. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, I have other questions. Sorry, I got totally off on a tangent there because I'm like, like that's so important. It's so freaking important. Okay, Israel. This question came in a long time ago. Sorry about that. I converted our LA Ref FM radio station into a live streaming station. So question is, ECAM, can it run 24/7 with no issues? Currently, OBS is doing this, but it's so basic. Okay, what are you trying to do? First of all, any software can, if your computer can handle it, internet doesn't go out, but at the same time, all computers and softwares need to be shut down, refreshed, and from time to time. So if it's necessary that you're running 24/7, I would consider maybe a dual setup where you can kind of like flip-flop which computer is kind of running that stream or something. There's a way to kind of chain that together so that you're giving your machines a break, but all electronics can't run 24/7 all for all time. I don't know how long you're thinking about doing that. So I would just say that. And we had no's and yeses, so to Contentpreneur. Okay. So yeah, and also the second thing is OBS versus ECAM. What are you finding is basic about OBS? So OBS has a lot of capabilities. ECAM has a lot of capabilities. They both can do a lot. So I'm not sure what you're trying to do that you're not finding in what you're already doing. If you say that, then I can tell you a little bit more. I know. Yeah, hey, I like this comment. Don't forget to hit that like button. Also, subscribe. So we have I know we've been a little lacking on the output of new videos recently, and I apologize for that, but that is about to change. We have a lot of content that we're really doing strategically coming up over the next few months. So I want you, we're answering your questions through this content. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit that bell notifications, turn it to all notifications so you see all of the different videos and the live streams. But yeah, that'll really help. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait. Yeah. If you're doing interviews, definitely not OBS. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to see if there was a response to what the OBS versus. Okay, Awesome Wood Things said, should I attend Expand Your Reach Summit? Of course. Why? So one of the questions that people have been getting, or that I've been getting about the Expand Your Reach Summit is it for just beginners or is it for people who are already doing it? If you're already doing it and you're already seeing success, guess what? You're going to be able to take it to the next level. You're going to be able to level that content up. You'll find new things to test this year. And also, I'm super excited about Renee's session, Renee Ritchie, who's in the comments, who is going to be walking us through the testing process. you can't level up without understanding what works for you and your channel. And so that's going to be a really important session to attend, because you always learn new strategies, right? But in this summit, you'll learn a lot of different strategies that work. You then need to create the action plan, which we are going to help you do throughout the event. And then you also need to learn to test your strategies and your ideas, because you can't just do it and expect that everything works. No channel on the planet, not every strategy works for every channel on the planet, is what I was trying to say. So whether you're a beginner and you're just starting out with this stuff, or you've been doing this consistently and you're already making money at it, you're going to be able to take this information and use it to begin off to a really good start, better than any other content creator does, without the strategy concepts that you're going to learn. Or you're going to be able to level that up, make more money, and grow your audience even further. At Expand Your Reach, you would get a chance to ask the speakers questions. So with the all access ticket, you're going to be able to take part in certain Q&As or Ask Me Anything sessions with certain speakers. Not every speaker, but we're also looking into ways that we can, do some of that. Like we've got to stay on time and on an agenda, but like, yeah, so you will have a chance to ask at least some of the speakers questions. Okay, I know. CK, Kat, I don't know why I said that, sorry. Kat is just like all over the place. She's just gotten too big for herself. I'm just joking. Kat's gonna be there speaking, and Kat's actually gonna be speaking about like vocal enhancements. So like, how do you present better and more effectively on camera? So that'll be a really interesting one. I think I'm going to learn a lot from that one. I'm really excited. I was just going to say, spend $3 million to remake Squid Game for a YouTube video. Oh, funny. Okay, next question. Renee, what if anything will the metaverse AR VR push do for streamers? Facebook seems to be throwing money at it. Will that make for opportunities, and how will streamers need to adapt? So here is the interesting thing, and I speak about this from things that I can't talk about, but just understand that I have some insight into some things that are being worked on in that space. It's interesting, but really difficult. So, a lot of the AR, VR stuff can work really well on the video side of things that is processed. When it comes to live, we're further out than I think any of us want to be in terms of those capabilities. And I fear that anything we try to do live is going to be a little bit more gimmicky at this point in time, or not as well accepted or able to consume from the viewer side. So I think that there's just a lot of hurdles that we have to face, technically speaking, processing, speeds, and all of that in order to make the AR, VR space work for live streaming. I think we've got to nail down the video side, even though I would be all over that. Like if we could, if there was somebody who was able to do that really, really well, and beyond that, the platforms were able to handle it from that back end processing side, dude, I'd be all over that, right? Because then there's like a lot more engagement. Think about Second Life. Does anybody remember Second Life? Renee, I know you probably do, but who remembers Second Life or not? But Second Life was that, kind of AR experience. It's not really AR, but somewhat. And so it was really that kind of immersive experience. Yep. Okay. I remember Second Life. Fantastic Second Life. Okay. So I'm not the oldest one around here. Good. But yeah, the first Dorkaverse. Yes, exactly. But I loved it, and my community gathered around it, and we built my community built the Second Life world, and it was a really great way to engage from a different perspective. And so it was a lot of fun. Really? There's a great documentary. Oh, I gotta watch that. Preferred my first life. Anyway, I mean, that's a big topic. We're not there yet is the real answer, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to take one more question and then we got to go into member mode. Paul, wait, hold on. I'll take two questions. Paul says, at Expand Your Reach, do we get it? Oh, I already answered that. But go here and get your early bird special before it expires. Sorry. Let's see. I make practical web development videos and lives, which is very boring and long. Is there a way to make this kind of content more exciting? Love from Egypt. Ooh, awesome. I would love to go to Egypt. Gosh, that sounds amazing. Okay, so practical web development videos and lives. Yes, there are channels out there who talk about that, and it's not boring. It's about the way you approach it. How do the viewers kind of what do they want to hear, right? If they're wanting that deep dive into content or how-tos, right? Then there's a way that you can do kind of a tiered approach, right? And you can create shorter form content about those tutorials that leads into maybe a course that you have or a service that you have or something deeper. Maybe you're an affiliate for somebody else's program or whatever that is. You can create that shorter form content so that you can really get the information to them quickly and easily and move them into a product or a service. And or your personality really can shine through that. So I do a lot of talking head videos, right? And this year we've been able to increase our retention rates up to 1,300% just by adding a little bit of extra oomph and interest and personality to those videos and to the live streams. So it's not just talking head constantly, right? And so that's a really important piece to it as well, is finding ways to make it more interesting based on your personality as well. Exactly, and this is a great point. If viewers are interested in that topic, it's not necessarily boring to them, so don't just assume it's boring content. When people geek out about that stuff, it's because they're passionate about it and they do find it interesting. Okay, we're gonna go into member only mode with like 15 minutes to go. Sorry. All right, if you are not a member yet, you can join our Friday member streams where we are still public, but it's only members who can ask questions or talk in the chat room. And yeah, I'm gonna dance this baby in, and we're gonna go into member mode. I'm sorry, this is so late. Go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear, 'cause who cares if you might mess it up, just shine. All right, and we're in member mode. Those of you who are members and who are not members, you can, if you're not a member, you can super chat and still get your question answered. Oh, I didn't end Facebook. Hold on. Oh, I forgot. I'm not used to being. Bye, Facebook. Get your butt on over to YouTube. Ooh, I almost ended YouTube. Whew, that was scary. All right. All right. Gretchen, I sent you an email yesterday, Gretchen. Whoa. Anthony coming in. Oops, I wasn't supposed to put that out yet. I just got so excited. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Fireworks, nice. That's crazy. Was that a mistake? Did you mean to do $6.99? Thank Thank you so much, Anthony. Appreciate you. I know, right? Back away from the end YouTube button. That was dangerous right there because I wasn't really paying that much of attention. On purpose. Okay, well, we appreciate you. Thank you so very much. And I am, thrilled to have you here as a member. If you guys have questions, let me know. I'm going to scroll back up, and the member time, I mean, you can ask tech questions, you can ask audience questions, or whatever you want to about live streaming. But oftentimes, those of you who are new to the member areas, we kind of go off the rails too sometimes. People will listen to 3 hours of podcasts if you hold their attention. They'll binge watch 8 hours of Squid Game if it's interesting. I still have yet to watch Squid Game. Should I? It doesn't sound fun, but it's so popular. I had this whole conversation like, what kind of content could we create around Squid Game? And then I was like, they were saying stuff, and I was like how violent it was, or like the whole point of it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, new presentation topic: oomph yourself, because we're adding oomph. We could do that. That would be an interesting topic title for that. I've never seen a super sticker that big. Me either. Super chats come in that like higher, but like, whoa. That's a good question. Anthony super chatted and then didn't ask a question. Did you have a question, Anthony? Squid Game rules? Oh, I didn't know you would have been watching it. Okay, Paul hasn't watched it either. Watch Jimmy's version, it'll be wilder. So those of you who don't... Thank you so much, Giorgio. Appreciate you. I'm glad that you're liking the channel. It worked. It worked. Oh, wait, chat is not working. Giorgio, because we just went into member mode. So if you're not a member, that might be why. But you can still super chat and ask a question, or you can join for as little as $1.99 a month, and you get special access to awesome stuff and your name in the credits and all of that. Yeah, no, I saw that. So Mr. Beast, that you guys know Mr. Beast on YouTube, he's recreating Squid Game and doing a video on it, or at least one, but he's been tweeting about the different sets and stuff. It's insane what he's doing. It's going to be crazy. The sets are, don't watch Squid Game. Will it ruin my innocence? Is that what you're saying, CK? Oh boy. Okay. I gotta go back to questions. There was a question. Sammy wants to know from all of you and me, who are you excited to see at the LSP Summit? I'm excited about all of them. I wouldn't have booked these speakers if I weren't excited about all of them. Like, it's every session is gonna be like that's my oh my God, no. No. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So like with the speakers, right? I can't even, so we have all of the speakers, but then also the sessions, and the sessions, like every single one of them, and there's some TBAs which we haven't nailed down exactly, so those are coming. But like all of the sessions I've created because I've booked the speakers on those sessions, and I've talked to them about the topics because I know you need it. Like, this is us creating it because we know what you need as content creators and entrepreneurs, and creating any kind of video, even if you're doing webinars or those types of things, like that's something that you will learn a lot from at this event. So if you're not there, you guys, oh, okay. Billy brought the coffee. I mean, cookies. Coffee. I guess I need coffee. What was that? Let's see. All right, any other questions? What do you guys want to talk about? You guys have been very quiet on the question front today for some reason. You just want to talk about Squid Game. So next week, hold on. Next week, I want to tell you what we've got going on. So I think next Monday, we're still on track for the how to increase your audience retention. So if you're not joining us on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific, you're definitely going to want to do that because you know how I was talking about how we had increased our retention by 1,300%? We're going to talk through some of the things that you can do to do that for your own channel and your own videos and live streams. And when it comes to your strategy, it's important to think about the different types of content you're creating, right? I know you guys are just so excited. Everybody just wants to talk about the summit. And so I think that that's something that you definitely want to join on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific. Nothing going on Thanksgiving. I may do like something, but I'm not committing to anything. And then Friday next week is our Black Friday special, and that is always a grand old time. There will be Pocket Cali. You guys will have the opportunity to earn something, prize maybe or two, and thank you, Einar, so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you. So next Friday, Black Friday, put it on your calendar, 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll walk you through all of the deals that we're finding that you are going to want to take advantage of. Hopefully some stuff for your studio or content stuff. And also, we'll, like I said, have prizes and other stuff that I haven't announced. So there you go. Is Elgato planning Black Friday deals? They usually do, yes. They always do. So I'm assuming there will be some. So we haven't started gathering that, but yes. Pocket me. Do you try and schedule speakers in a logical sequence by topic or mix it up for variety? That's a great question. So this is how this summit is going to go. I was waiting for that. Thank you so much, Gretchen, for the super sticker. Okay, so I want to show you this because this answers that question. So each day of the summit is going to be a different theme, right? In terms of the sessions that you're going to be going through. Day one is Discover, where it's really all about opening your mind up to possibilities and to opportunities that exist in the video content creation world, different platform strategies that might work for you. And so that's all about the discovery process of what strategies will potentially work in 2022, right? What's new? What are things that people are doing? Day two is all about developing and diving. These are really diving deeper into strategies. It's the nitty gritty of the sessions. And then day three is really focusing on helping you deliver and push content and then optimize that content. So the day three deliver is really about just getting it out to the world. And then what do you do after it's out there, right? So that's kind of how we have those breaking down. What we have broken down. That way, what you're doing is you're thinking strategically through the summit, and by the end of it, we will be guiding you each day through action-oriented sessions as well. And so by the end of it, you're going to have discovered, you're going to have developed and delivered, in your mind of what you need to do to take action for your strategy in 2022. And then you're going to know what to actually do once you're done with the summit. So that was a really important part for this whole thing for me because it's action-oriented. And what I don't like is delivering you content without any results. Like, okay, you have knowledge. What do you do with it now, right? So I was really, really focused, and our whole team has been just like looking at ways, how can we move you through the content and to have some actionable results going forward. Yeah. My studio is too much, so I need second studio as I still want to. What? I'm sorry, I don't think that's possible, Victor. What do you mean your studio has too much and you need a second studio to be able to use your iPad and MacBook Pro? I mean, you can do it for sure, but I don't think you need to. What in 14-inch and want the 14-inch M1, but that's not going to happen. I currently stream my podcast to Facebook, YouTube, and sometimes Twitch. Are there any other options I should be thinking about adding? I've applied to LinkedIn. Yeah, tell me about it. I gave up on applying to LinkedIn, to be honest. In terms of other platforms, here's the thing: is the question that you need to ask before asking this question is, are these platforms working for you? Do you have results from those? If not, then either discover which platforms you need to actually refocus on, and get the best thing you can do is get results on one platform, make sure that's optimized, and then add a second platform, then add a third platform. Too many people try and do all of the things all at the same time. And because of the focus that it takes to do each platform well, you wind up having very lackluster results. But if something's working and you're ready to take on something else, then you can kind of go forward with that. When asked, how do you recommend different setting up home studios professionally? Okay, so I think what you're asking is like, if you're offering that service, is that what you're asking? Kind of what question? I mean, as we talked about in Streamer Accelerator with you, Anthony, like it's an in-depth conversation of which I don't have time to fully break down here. But, a couple of things that need to be focused on is, what's the end goal? Just like with our studio course that we're relaunching this year, what is the end goal? How do you break that down to the beginning and then build towards that? So those are obviously internet. Do you have internet? Good enough internet. But you got to think about the end result before you can start building something. And that's where most people go wrong. Paul, I have too many cables and need a second home so I can buy and store more cables. What's good real estate market? I was going to answer something funny, but then I didn't have anything funny to say, so I give up. I'm just going to call that a failure on my part. All right, you guys, it is time to dance this baby out. If you have not gotten your early bird ticket, here is the place. That price will go up soon. And no, we don't have a bigger discount available for Black Friday, so don't expect that. However, we do have other stuff available for Black Friday, so you're going to want to pay attention. So you guys ready to dance this baby out? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, enjoying the new songs in the countdown timer or the dance party. My first ECAM stream last night, I was happy to figure out how to go black and white for a bit and then end the stream. That's awesome. Fun. Super fun. Congrats. All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific. No. It's Friday.